lesson number 6 on Linux for cybersecurity in this series that we're running on ITBS Media. In this particular tutorial, we want to walk through what etc directory is. And I want to advise you, especially beginners, do not be in a hurry to start running commands and things like that. It is always better to be familiar with the environment, to have deep understanding of how to navigate around your Linux operating system before you start doing anything. That will give you a great advantage than to start the running command when you have not even known what the environment looks like. So that is why I'm taking it step by step to make sure that any beginner that comes across this video and could go in the series in that order will be well grounded to and be ready for any navigation and use of the operating system effectively. So I will say, if you want to know the directories that are available by default here to users, what will you do? I want to see. Just type it in the comments. I'll pause a little and say, don't look at the comment section so that you don't see what others put there. Type. That's just to test yourself. Okay, it is ls. Now we have these directories as the default that any user can access. They are common directories. But then, for someone who will work in cybersecurity, you need knowledge deeper than these folders. You need to start moving deeper, start going deeper. And the first one I will show you is the directory that is called etc. That's /etc. It is directly under root folder. So what we do is we need to change directory cd /etc. So we have changed to that directory that we want to talk about, and we're now in etc directory. Just as you were in Linux demo as the user and you have this directory made available for you, these are the directories that are assigned to this user by default. So, but where we're moving now to is somewhere deeper, and that is the etc directory. So what you do is you want to list what is in the etc directory. You can see it now, say the prompt sign, and you see it here that we already have /etc. But here you don't have anything. Can you see? Don't know if you can see my cursor. Okay, so just that ls, and we'll see the various directories that are in that. Okay, here we go. So let's do a quick walkthrough. see all the directories in etc path. And what is etc? etc for directory is one of the critical directories in Linux or Unix operating system. They contain system-wide configuration files. So when you say configuration files, these are files that you modify or that at development stage. They are the files that specify the structure of each application or tool that is that this folder represents. So if you're talking, for example, if you're talking about an cron tab, let me go to, okay, see cron tab. This is one example. So we will work with this very soon because this is used for job scheduling. There are 3 different types of this cron tab. One is for users, one runs system-wide operations, while the third one is specific purpose use. So we'll look at each of them and we try to schedule a job along the line. So when you say configuration file, this is where you configure or specify. When you say configure, it means specify the detail about a particular tool. You decide the details about the tool or about an application or software, any software. So that we use the term configuration. Okay, so here let's look. You see we have majorly 2 colors here, or I think we have 3, but majorly 2, blue and white. We have blue, we have white. The white color directories are the system-wide directories that are not executable files. They are not executable files. We can modify them. Actually, you can modify them to do a particular job and specify what you want them to do, what time, and how you want them to run. So that is what they are. But the blue ones, they may not be easily available. They may not be available for users to tweak like that, like the white ones. So like I said, the white ones they are not directories per se. They are not executable and they are not special files, but they are the files. They are the files that you can actually change, modify, and run. When you run the command in them, it will fire up and do what exactly you want it to do. That's about that. But the blue ones are directories. And you know, in a directory you can open the directory and put some scripts in them. So here you see host.allow, host.deny. So this suggests what to you? It suggests issue of permission, security, who is allowed and who is not allowed, or what resource is permitted and which one is not accessible based on the level of authorization. So it depends on the authorization of a particular user to determine what application that user will have access to and what application that the user will not have access to, or what resources will be available to the user and what resources the user is denied of. So let's work down. You see Python 3, because we need to run Python 3. PPP profile protocols, many resources here that you will use in the course of this sensor3.conf as configuration. You see, when it says conf, that's a configuration. It obviously tells you it's a configuration file. Login devs. You see SSH, SNMP, speech dispatcher, COPS, dhcp-cd.conf. That's where you configure it. And this is system control configuration. Time zone is where you modify time zone. And this network is where you modify the network. And you see password and others here, group. So that is just what etc directory holds. And from depending on the Linux distribution, this the colors used may be different, and these are some of the things that makes the distro what they are, the way they represent their resources, the way users access the resources, and the number of resources that each distribution hosts. These are the key variables that set them apart. See OpenVPN, OS release, package kit. So we have a lot here. You might see one of the something that you are be familiar with here, apt. This is used in installation. It's a tool that helps in installation. So we'll stop it here.